When things break, and they always do, remember to carry a Leatherman multi-tool. These pocket-sized lifesavers can help take care of all kinds of issues, from tightening screws to starting a fire. Ready to save the day? Visit Leatherman.com.
This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 2745, 3 Exciting Facts About Goals That No One Talks About, Part 2, by Benjamin Hardy of benjaminhardy.com. And I'm Justin Malik, the guy that reads to you every single day of the year. But today's episode is part 2 of a longer post. If you didn't catch part 1 yesterday, I'd recommend listening to that first. But if you're all caught up, then let's get right to part 2 and continue optimizing your life. 3 Exciting Facts About Goals That No One Talks About, Part 2, by Benjamin Hardy of benjaminhardy.com. Fact number 2, when you set a goal, your brain will immediately begin producing obstacles pointing the way. Your brain is a brilliant organism. When you set a new goal, one in which you truly want, then your brain and body will immediately begin conjuring up obstacles to achieving that goal. These obstacles could be financial, time-based, skill-based, relationship-based. They could be anything. The obstacles are what you must successfully pass through in order to get to where you want to go. You're never pre-qualified to do something great. It is by passing through the obstacles that you become great. Passing through the obstacles is how you are transformed and changed as a person. If you're not willing to pass through difficult challenges, then you are what psychologists would call emotionally inflexible. You're emotionally immature if you won't deal with challenges and obstacles, childish stuff. It takes emotional flexibility to take on challenges you've never taken on before. Most people avoid hard emotions, and most people evade true learning, which is the essence of passing through obstacles upward. Your success becomes inevitable when you stop avoiding growth, and instead, it becomes your quest, joy, and obsession. Indeed, you can get to the point where you thrive under pressure. You can learn to love doing things which produce anxiety and even awkward emotions. For example, I needed to film an ad for a promotion I'm currently running. I decided to film the ad from my cell phone in a grocery store, surrounded by several people. It was totally awkward for me, until it wasn't. I had people looking at me and wondering what I was doing, and this is exactly why I did it. As the saying goes, it's easy to learn to meditate out in nature. Try learning to meditate on the back of the bus. You get to choose how steep your learning curve is. When you face big obstacles head on, rather than from the side or avoiding them for years, then you steepen your learning curve. As you make your learning curve steeper through increased external difficulty and pressure, your inner resilience, confidence, and capability increase. Robert Brault once said, quote, "We are kept from our goals not by obstacles, but by a clear path to lesser goals," end quote. It's not actually obstacles that stop you from getting from where you are to where you want to be. Instead, it is by avoiding those obstacles and by opting for an easier path with fewer obstacles. Fear is the direction of your ideal future. Everything you want is on the opposite side of fear and obstacles. The obstacle is the only way forward. So fact number 2, your brain is a brilliant machine. When you set a goal, your brain will immediately point the way to achieving that goal in the form of obstacles. It is by passing through those obstacles that you transform yourself into a person that can have your goals. In fact number 3, if you're not pursuing a bigger future, then you're living in your past. If you're not currently pursuing goals that challenge and excite you, then you're not an exciting or interesting person. People who aren't striving for something bigger are boring. People who aren't striving for something bigger have run out of future, in the words of Dan Sullivan. When you run out of future, then you have nothing to live for in the here and now. You're not actively trying to change things. You're simply existing and dragging your feet. Your brain has nothing to engage it. You're atrophying as a person. People are very quick to get into subconscious patterns. This is easy to spot in relationships. The longer a relationship exists, the more past there is to draw from in that relationship, and the more likely patterns are to occur, keeping the relationship from going to new and exciting places. Having a goal gives you something exciting to focus on. It gives you a future to pursue. And only by pursuing a bigger future can you create different results from your past. If you're not creating a new and exciting future, then you're living a pattern from your past. If this is the case, then your life and relationships are dull, boring, and subpar. Your life doesn't have to be dull and boring. Your life should be filled with excitement and surprise. You become more spontaneous and flexible as a person by pursuing a new and different future. What do you want your romantic relationship to look like? What do you want your environment to look like? What do you want your income to look like? What do you want your body to look like? You get to decide all of these things. You get to decide your lifestyle, happiness, success, connection, and joy. If you don't create these things in your past and or environment, are creating them for you. Set goals and begin living a new and exciting future. Create new emotions. Allow yourself to have more surprise and spontaneity in your life. Stop repeating the patterns of the past. Stop living a boring life. Stop living a boring day today. Do something different. Use a little imagination. Embrace some crazy emotions by taking new action. Surprise yourself and others by doing something totally different. Your brain needs two things to thrive: nutrition and novelty. Novelty is newness. Your brain literally needs you to do something new or it gets old. An old and atrophied brain is not going to produce inspiring or interesting ideas and outcomes. Break the habit of the past. Break the patterns of the past. Upgrade your relationships today. Upgrade your confidence. Upgrade your environment and income. Have fun. Play more. Embrace surprise. Embrace success. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled 3 Exciting Facts About Goals That No One Talks About by Benjamin Hardy of benjaminhardy.com.
So you open Google Chrome on your phone, you're hunting for a super rare first edition vinyl of a band you're obsessed with when you're supposed to be working. But this site you tapped on seems pretty shady. And Daryl from IT just jumped up from his desk. Oh no, he's coming your way. It's a good thing built-in malware protection keeps you safe and sound. Not from Daryl though, sorry. There's no place like Chrome. Download Google Chrome on your phone.
You know how important sleep is for your health, and that's why I'm excited to share a podcast that can help, Sleep Cove. Chris, a hypnotherapist with years of experience, provides relaxing sleep hypnosis, meditations, and bedtime stories to help you drift off. So next time you find yourself staring at the ceiling, play Sleep Cove's episodes focused on reducing anxiety or improving your confidence and experience the benefits of a good night's rest. Follow Sleep Cove on your favorite podcast platform so you can easily find it whenever you're ready to wind down and relax. Thank you again to Benjamin. One small part of this that I really loved was that quote, "It's easy to learn to meditate out in nature. Try learning to meditate on the back of the bus." As someone who's done his fair share of meditation, I can definitely relate to this and also to the idea that we often sit down to meditate and don't because we're like, oh man, there's construction going on outside, or it's too loud to meditate, or the mood in this room isn't right to meditate. I need a gong or the right background music or the right meditation cushion. Those are all nice things, but really has zero to do with the meditation itself. You can meditate when you're washing the dishes, technically. It's not the formal seated meditation, but you can do it. And you can definitely meditate on the back of the bus. But our minds put these obstacles in the way and think we need perfection to begin, when in reality, we don't need much at all, if anything. This is true in starting a new habit, a new business, in learning, growing, pretty much everything. So great quote to think about today. Have a great rest of your day, and I have our weekly bonus episode coming right up just a moment. So stay tuned for that, where your optimal life awaits.